He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Green Wave offense takes the... They'll have the first possession of the game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we... waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, the running back has it. Davis Jr. making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you...
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
He's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game. Gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward. But let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
The kick is on its way. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So Florida State's offense will take the field for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, Dave.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season.
Pulls and fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Hauls it in, looking for space. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive would go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Wants to fire on second down. The short hands, it's Everett. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Tight end now in motion. He's got him in the flat. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Cincinnati looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program with a case full of trophies, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He'll start the return inside his spot. right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays.
Oh, he's got some speed. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
They'll run play action. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Noles will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Send the tight end in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Everett. Open space at the 25. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you've got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Wave.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
On the run from inside his own 5. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give on the option. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
Really nice 1st down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 for the 1st down.
Oh, that is a road for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. The give to the tailback. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll do it himself. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. To pass. There's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
Using his feet. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Tootin. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Past the 30. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, this guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's 1st down, if it's not open, just take it. This deep.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be knocked down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. Racing to the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Tulane right back to the line. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Tulane! Great job by the back on the option.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Rush is on him. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is on its way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep plowing it on until they find an answer.
Power football with the run. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking for a huge play. Brings it in down the left side. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the right, complete. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. They'll run this play from the pistol. Here we go, here we go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this...
Turning it on! Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They built the chains. They marked it at the 29. Offense set on first down. Going to the ground. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's got it again. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, another big incompletion on 3rd down now, and if you're the head coach, I wonder if you start thinking about making a change at quarterback because you don't have any points. You haven't been able to find any rhythm in the passing game. You're in the second half now, and you've got to be able to find a spark, and you just wonder if maybe the backup can give that to your offense.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. Tulane right back to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly to the tight end.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Trying to do it on the ground. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal, probably a little long for that, but they get the first down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. You're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this specific juncture of the field. Let's see what the offense does here.
Here's the handoff. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives.
Makes the grab on the right. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense.
Really nice poise by the quarterback on that throw. He's obviously obviously backed up deep in his own end. He knows he can't take a sack, but all of his focus is downfield on coverage. He finds the matchup he wanted, and it's an explosive play for the offense through the air.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking left. He's got it. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but if you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Man, last week was great for this young man, but man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level, just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Working that left side now. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Now the play fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together, but the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires left. All alone as he catches it. Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off! What a play by this defense! And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give to the back. Got room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Seminoles just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll ride the hot hand. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Lemon. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Dead center perfect. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Tulane right back to the line.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Turns on the Jets. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. They'll send the back in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, it's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. Touchdown, Tulane! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. James Madison is making it look easy today. A special performance that would make the 4th president of the United States proud. They're up by 15 over Washington State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback will keep it. this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Lemon. He's going to let one fly down the middle. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense...
Turning it on! Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. The give as they work on that clock. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. Finds his big tight end. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
This quarterback is such a playmaker, and his arm is what makes him so special. Could this be the game that sends him to New York City for the Heisman Trophy? He's now got over 450.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very...
He's got it! Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. Looking downfield, it's Lemon. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. To the air on second down. Gets away. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life...
Trying to rumble in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. They still do count it for 6.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Give to the running back. There he goes. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Tulane right back to the line. They'll try the run. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit over.